Oh, it's frightful out there, Alex. It's perishing out there. Dear God.
It's Christmas Day, Mark.
Well, yes, it is. And Merry Christmas, one and all. Oh, dear.
Glum.
A sad elf.
Shit elf.
Who? What?
Pardon?
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Happy Christmas.
How much snow did you put on your body, and how much snow did you put on your camera on your computer?
Well, so there's quite a bit on my coat, but I can't. Yeah. I've wiped down the camera, and it still is a bit hazy, isn't it? I wonder if it's
liquid. Oh, liquid.
Sorry, I didn't hear the first two.
Liquid.
Liquid.
Liquid. Liquid. Liquid. Liquid.
Liquid. Liquid. Liquid.
Liquid. Yeah, that's better. That's
no, it's much worse. It's much worse. Okay.
I think your light source is in the room.
That's the thing. What about if and I'm still, this is a new address. I haven't got used to my setup is new.
Same physics though, isn't it? Same physics.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. Key to start.
Then Christmas dinner. Key to play.
Oh yeah. Key to play.
I don't understand why your eyes are in the wrong place, Timmy. You keep looking not at us.
I'm looking at several places. If my eyes are not, well, it's not a big if, is it? Because we do know, because Horne's just said my eyes aren't focusing on you two, and then when I said if my eyes aren't focusing on you two, then they're big if.
Horne, are you buttering the crumpet?
No.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just buttering the crumpet. Oh dear, the snow is coming down again. Ugh. Oh, help.
Lick it. Lick it.
I don't want to look at
Lick the snow.
If my eyes aren't focusing on you two, it is the fault. It's not a big. They're not focusing on you two. And Horne, you were the person who said they weren't.
No.
I think this is the first time that the size of an F has been questioned this much. Though normally, big F just goes through unchallenged.
Well, the trouble is, Horne just seems to have arrived with like a large sack full of phrases, and he's just sort of, giving them out willy-nilly.
Thank you.
Now,
lick it.
Okay, for the final time, this is for the benefit of the merry gentleman as much as it is for you two. If my eyes aren't focused, now then, the trouble is, Horne, you were the one who said they're not focused.
I hear if. I'm saying big if.
We could be at a stalemate here. We might not get past this.
Maybe use a different word to if. When?
In the event that.
I remember. Okay. I'll go for if again. If my eyes aren't focused on the two of you. No, it's not a big if, because you were the one who said they weren't focused on you two.
Right. Whose go is it?
Me.
Well, it's still key, actually.
Right.
I
think it's key to start.
Sorry, key to start.
Now, once and for all, Horne, and I'd thank you to let me get through my sentence. If my eyes aren't focused on the two of you, it's the fault of the technology. Is this better?
No. Well, it's the same problem in reverse, you might say.
Could you look away as well, though, Mark? Then we're all doing it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Right, you go on then, Key.
Victoria Wood.
Ah, that's a nice one.
Would what?
Would know who to play. Victoria Wood, the most fantastic of all Christmas comedians. No more people who, when you think about it, you can get your felt tip pen. Get your felt tip pen and draw a couple of eyes in their written down name.
So that's any letter with a circle, or does it have to be O's?
O's look the most like eyes, don't they, Horne? You thick guy.
Colour it, pardon? I wouldn't mind a couple of P's looking like eyes.
Oh, yes, like eyes with the sticks next to them, yes.
So it has to be consecutive O's. Is that what you're saying?
Unless there's an I in between them or an L, which plays as a nose.
Right.
But if not, then they've got to be consecutive O's. And a D can be a nose as well, and a B can be a nose.
And a J, maybe?
Pardon me?
J?
J is the best nose of all.
So it's the oldest phrase in the book, consecutive O's unless there's a nose.
Yes, no more consecutive O's unless there's a nose. And that, I think, is game on. Tradizione panettone.
Funny. And you wonder if I'll counter with a Bakewell tart, but I'll certainly have my go first. Melchior. You get at Christmas. You get Melchior, one of the three wise men. I think it's No More People. 90 seconds. All of the wonders of the internet. You can find an image of them with a newborn.
Now, define new.
Like in a hospital or a stable in this case, or, it's got to have... just been born. Oh, yeah.
Plonk the dog down.
Deary me. See if I can get a bit more tree involved.
Oh,
It was this one in the end. I think I'm going for a welcome return for the Christmassy character of Grot Bags. No more people with non-traditional coloured hair.
Is it as simple as this, Horne? The hairs we're looking for can be generated naturally by a skull.
No more people whose hair colour can't naturally be generated by a skull. Yeah, I suppose that's what it is.
Yeah, that feels like the simplest way of formulating it, yeah.
Because the skull, of course, forces the hair through the skin and out the other side.
Remember from school, manufactures the hair and then just sort of
honestly,
shoves it out there in tufts.
Well done, making me out to be the super one. What the hell do you think produces the hair? Your boy? Of course it's the skull.
I'm sending you Christmas kisses.
I'm sending you a Christmas challenge. Can you find, Watto, Grottington Square, clutching a baby?
This is the actress that played Grot Bags, and it's with a quite, but that's not a newborn for a start.
Also, that's not Grot Bags.
But no, there was nothing really. There was nothing doing. It was worth the challenge because challenges are fun, and they're what the game is about.
It's worth a challenge because I'm eating a bun, and that's what the game's about. Now, hang on a minute.
I've done a poo-poo.
Aye, Merry Christmas. Shall I just bring a sack into the game?
Proceed. Yeah, bring it back in.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, they've gone wildly different fonts.
One of these days, Horne, you're going to see a new thing in your life and not focus entirely on the fonts.
Yeah, but it's served them well so far, hasn't it? All this font chat.
I hate those R's.
Is it head in the sack? Well, probably when it's my turn, it's head in the sack.
I'm going to level with you guys. I'm finding this quite difficult. I might have to say, well, I don't have one ready yet. But I refuse to just...
Don't look
at your bookshelves. So the following person was doing, as they say, a bit of lifting there.
Charlie Bucket.
Yeah.
No more people who...
I'm going to challenge, by the way, Key.
Why?
Well, because it transgresses 2 of the 3 rules.
Oh, no.
Mind games. Lick it.
He's bluffing, Timmy. There's nothing wrong with Charlie.
Lick it.
Lick it.
No more people whose surname is about the same size or a bit bigger than a head. Oh, you can put your head in the surname.
Ah.
Okay.
Name another.
Name another.
Yeah. Alan Bin.
That you can put the head in the surname.
Yeah,
Bin Laden.
So some of the surname is fine.
Yeah, as long as you can insert your head partway into the surname.
Well, some of the head is fine as well.
Can you get head in my surname?
Maybe, yeah. Cross that bridge slightly, but maybe, I think. But let's put it this way, and I would say this is something I'd like to rely on later when we're having these discussions. I wouldn't say you can put your head in a key, and then there'd be someone who goes, "Yeah, but look at the world's biggest key." And
yeah,
like,
or they prove that key is another word for...
Yeah.
Well,
I always thought your surname was the Quay version.
I pronounced it Tim Quay for years.
Because you could get your head into a quay.
I think this might be how I looked if that was my surname.
Hello, Tim Quay here.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
How's that the same?
Well, look at you.
Tim Key, K-E-Y is this. Basic face.
Like decent, yeah.
Tim Key, Q-U-A-Y is this.
Yeah, no, that's good acting, and they do seem like characters.
That is good acting. Right, I'm moving things around.
What's Horne doing? Why is he turning it all around?
I don't know if it's to do with his broadband or discomfort, or maybe it's because sometimes I watch some of Set 5, very entertaining stuff, by the way, but Sometimes he did look quite sad and grumpy for a lot of it. So maybe these days, if he's feeling sad and grumpy because of us, he just leaves the frame.
He might have just gone to see his wife for a cuddle. So.
to sort of pick me up, yeah.
Let's get a stool.
That's a stool.
Yes, it's a stool. I can put the computer on it.
Well, you're very lucky to have a back on your stool. A lot of stools don't have one.
It's a stool.
Horne, may I please serve you a slice of my wonderful vegetarian pie? It's beef, of course.
I think you're unlucky, Horne. I do think that looks a lot like a stool, but Key's really gone in with both studs.
A stool is just a tall chair.
It's a tall chair these days.
What's a stool?
Horne, when can I get my mittens back, by the way? You know, the mittens I was lent you with where there's a finger for each finger.
I think.
Do I sense a noddy?
Well, in a way, I think you sense a goddy. I think it's going to be God.
Ah, holier than thou.
He is, isn't he? Famously, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for it. Oh,
that should be off. Oh, my phone's ringing now as well.
That's popular.
Oh, hi, Isabel. How are you doing?
I think without sort of much further ado, I'm going to go for the mouse.
The mouse that was in the house.
Mouse that was in the house and that became a character. Yeah. No more people.
Or mice.
Or mice, as the case may be.
Big as.
Who?
Ugh, yuck.
No more people or mice or whatever they are with the in there.
Captain Rick from Ricicles.
Once again, Horne turns to breakfast cereal.
No more people with like a close affiliation with the food.
A close affiliation with the food, he says. Hey,
Like,
imagine when we're playing this and we're all in our 80s and we can't hear each other. Sorry,
Affiliation to what? I'm sorry, affiliation to what?
affiliate. I can't picture Rick himself. Could he have funny coloured hair? I've got challenges. We've all got challenges to burn here. Why not?
I'd go for blonde hair.
What's his surname?
Rick with a K.
That's not his surname, is it?
Yeah, first name.
It's R-I-K.
I'll tell you what, it's a struggle to find him outside of his helmet.
Yeah, I think he's always got his helmet on.
That's a good dodge, the old helmet.
This kid's in a comic. Even in the comic, he's always wearing his helmet.
And fair
He
enough.
does not take his helmet off for love nor money. He will not take it off.
Maybe he can't take it off. Is that?
Maybe it's just stuck on there.
Well, welded? Yeah, maybe it's grown. His head's grown within it.
No, this twat never takes his hat off.
Well, in that case, the trying the hat, it's a challenge gone. It's a challenge that's shat.
Well, I guess I'll go for Crackle. Oh, hang on a minute. I can't do him.
Oh, thank God you thought that.
Because of the category that Horne introduced a moment ago.
If I'm not very much mistaken, it's Sir John Wordsworth. William Wordsworth.
Sir John William Wordsworth, yeah.
I would have to say William Wordsworth, but I would like cast iron assurances you won't challenge.
I would like...
On this Christmas day of all Christmas days.
You would like it signed, sealed and delivered that you're allowed to say that.
Well, I just need to know whether you've got something up your sleeves. No more people who have... hang on. What's the phrase?
Well, difficult to tell from that.
Mm-hmm.
Giving it away?
Died?
Not a virgin?
Died.
Oh, turned against us.
Ah.
That's it. But I actually don't mind giving it away.
No more people that have given it away.
I need a wee.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I've got rid of it. I think I need a wee in a minute.
Yeah, I think you do as well. Well, you can... Well, no, let me try and put you out of your misery then.
Kill him?
Yes.
Give me away.
Yes, let's make him give it away. I was going to put my sack on so I could think. I think
I'll tell you what, Watto.
Yes.
The good thing is, anyone walking past your window will be able to see the phrase Merry Christmas on your sack.
Yes, but also everyone walking past my window will think that I'm being tortured in some way, perhaps.
No, they'll just notice the horrible font.
I'm thinking of having lunch today. Got a Horne? Got an answer from Horne there in the hat.
Well, I'm just wondering if you should have a little Easter egg.
A little Easter egg.
Is there such a thing as savoury eggs? I suppose eggs. If you go to a bed and breakfast for them, and they say, "How do you want your eggs?" What do you say?
Closed.
Just handed to you straight out of the box.
Firmly shut. I'm sort of going through a scrambled phase at the moment. You're not trying to lead me down a path here, are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Horne used to do stand-up. Fair to say, Horne?
Ish.
I've never had an egg.
No, not that stuff.
Oh, right, okay. Did I stand up about eggs?
Yeah, you used to say, when someone asked you how you want your eggs, you'd say scotched.
Right.
Do I just have to say Mer-Axac? Well, now hang on a minute now.
Is something wrong with my Axac?
Well, I think there is, yeah.
What's wrong with Axac?
Hello, friends. Hello.
Hello, mate.
Stuart Lee.
Stuart Lee?
Stuart Lee. No more people run their surname backwards, and you'll
I've
get.
found myself a fish.
And, well, just any word. So in this case, eel, but like an actual.
Oh, any word.
Their surname backwards is a proper word. Yeah.
But remember that words can just be things like if you're playing Scrabble and clank.
Oh dear. Horn.
Yes.
Right.
Unfortunately, the example you said there, Horne, was clamp. Our challenge isn't one of the categories associated with a certain food.
Close association.
Close affiliation with food.
Well, like as in like Captain Rick and Ricicles.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing Stuart Lee on a packet of cereal that often.
No, but Stuart Lee did make a show called Bacon Face.
Yes, he had a character called Bacon Face.
So didn't Bacon Face have bacon all over his face?
I mean, you're right. I didn't think of that. That's not what I meant by risk.
If I'm you, Watto, and it is a big if, I'm not walking for that. We didn't think of Lee and bacon.
That's like someone who's associated with a certain food, isn't it?
Well, you might as well say you had a cake once on stage.
But he did call his show. He did call his show.
What a show, Bacon Face.
I just don't think it's a close enough association. I think you ask anyone.
Why are you defending it?
I'm just stating my case. I think if you ask the man on the street.
Shall I go and ask the first man I see on the street? All right.
Is he meeting people on the street and asking whether Stuart Lee is associated with bacon?
Yeah, I've asked 4 people. There was no one on my street, and I didn't really want to knock on the neighbour's door because I haven't met the neighbours yet because I've only just moved in. I didn't think it would be a good opening gambit.
Well, it's always going to either be, can I borrow some salt, or do you think Stuart Lee's associated with bacon?
Listen, this is Christmas Day, and what I'm about to do now will surprise some people, but I think it's right to walk. I think it's right to walk. I think when I look into my conscience, that is an affiliation with food because he did have a character who was named after food. There comes a time when
Gentlemen, please.
Time, gentlemen, please. I walk. That was it. I'm gone.
I mean, that really means that you've got to have someone who's never eaten food before, I think.
Well, he didn't eat food. He put food all over his face and changed his name to that food.
I think people are going to be are going to say that was a generous walk.
I hope they are because I like compliments.
Oh, I don't mean it as a compliment.
I think people have said it was a shit walk. While you two pick over the bones of this, I'm just going to pop outside again. But I tell you what, I hope it hasn't started snowing again.
Now.
Well, I can't have the person I was going to say then.
Why not?
Well, she once had a photo taken and she was holding something edible.
It's really amazing stuff, Horne.
God, it's absolutely... Oh, dear me. It's perishing.
You've made a right mess of yourself again.
Well, I haven't made a mess of myself. It's snowing cats and dogs out there.
The one lucky thing is none of it went on the top of your head. Maybe it's a driving blizzard.
I know, it's just that I always walk around like this, as you know.
Oh, right, okay.
My face upturned.
I guess I'll go for Bridget Christie. No more people who've definitely seen Madness live.
I'm ready to make a challenge. So I'm going to go for depicted with a newborn baby in a hospital situation.
Now I think I can talk you through the reason I thought Lee would be all right, which is that he doesn't really use social media and he's quite secretive, well, private at least.
Yeah, I can't imagine her putting a picture of that up.
No, exactly. And this is why I thought Stuart. That's the thinking.
Are you confident that there's a picture of her out there with a little newborn?
I've got something much cleverer up my sleeve, Horne. I'm talking about creating a visual image using words.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Yes.
Bridget Christie newborn baby does not yield any images that would help you, but.
Well, look, you've got 15 seconds left.
Well, the thing is, sure enough, she doesn't have much in the way of social media.
He's got another one up his sleeve anyway.
I know he has.
Well, then do your other one.
No, this is the same challenge. There's an evidence of her with a newborn baby.
Oh, you know where you can find evidence?
In a sitcom, she plays a midwife, and she gives birth to, or whatever the phrase that would be, delivers.
Yeah, delivers is what you want.
Delivers a baby.
You've got 90 seconds to find that clip. Is that what you're asking him to do?
But would you walk if that clip was found?
Probably not, because I'm not sure that's an image. Unless you can find an image from it. Remember, the challenge was you've got 90 seconds on the internet to find an image.
No, but we've had our 90 seconds. I'm now just telling you.
He's going, oh, you want me to walk for that?
Yeah.
But there's no image on the internet of it.
I'm looking.
No, I'm talking about an image made with words. I've just described...
Well, that wasn't the category.
You're claiming that you've already done it.
But that's not the category. I don't do that. I think if you do this, then one of us has to walk.
So I'm not even being asked to find Bridget Christie as a midwife. You're just saying that because you've said that, that's it.
You might as well say, I know she had a baby.
Why is this being taken as a second challenge? It's one challenge.
But you had 90 seconds to find a picture on the internet.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to find a picture on the internet because
that's what the category was.
No, but I know that I can describe it using words.
But you've completely changed what the category is.
No, I haven't changed anything. I'm saying it doesn't matter whether or not you can find it because I know. I was there.
I think we're both still in the game.
No, I don't think you are because I can describe using words, hands on your face, that Bridget Christie delivers a baby in a sitcom.
By the way, when I did Google Bridget Christie midwife, I couldn't find that had happened. Are you sure she was in a sitcom as a midwife?
It was on the radio.
Yeah. That's why we can't find an image of it. That's why we have to use words sometimes.
It was on the radio.
Yes. In the radio show, Bridget Christie delivers a baby. So that's Bridget Christie and a newborn baby. Sound effects.
Yeah, but the image is the crucial bit.
I'm going to ask you this once, Horne, and only once.
Right.
Will you walk?
I think you will, I don't think you will.
I mean, I really don't think I should.
Horne doesn't have to walk, but I also don't think you have to be eliminated on...
That's a single challenge. No, I think I'm safe on Christie.
I love this. I think this is very good. This is good, jockeys. This is good fare.
Well, I think I might have to just say what has to be said. Zach Crawley.
The old...
snooker player.
Yes. Nature snooker. Cricket.
Cricket.
Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Tim doesn't think this was a stool.
Hello. What do you mean it's not?
Oh, hello.
Hey, it's Rachel.
I don't think stools have backs.
Oh, he went on and on about it, Rach.
I've also got arms.
Even
hello. Hello. We're not going to get the last of those arms now, Rach.
Right. No, we have to carry on with the game.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, doggy. Right, Zach Crawley, you moron. No more people who've got, if you were to get the alphabet.
You big F.
Yeah.
And you've got a rectangular cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Yes. They don't exist, but yes, whatever.
Well, how do you make rectangular cookies then?
Practice.
All right then. So you get a knife, and you find 4 letters, consecutive letters, and with your rectangular cookie cutter, you just go dump, and you take them away. So basically, no more people.
You've got a Z and a Y.
And a W. So no more people who you can get your rectangular cookie cutter and collect 3 letters from the name.
And collect 3 letters. Pardon?
Well, it's a 4-letter cookie cutter.
Fucking hell.
So no more people with your 4-letter cookie collector, you can collect 3 letters from their name. Yeah, you can collect W, X, Y, and Z, and then take out the X. You can eat the X.
Is it just those letters of the alphabet?
No, I don't think it is.
Go right along. So if someone's got D, E, F, G,
and 3 of those are in the name.
Yeah.
That's the worst category we've ever had. Just to make sure I understand it, can you name another?
Wow.
Mark Watson would do it, wouldn't he? With M and O?
Yeah, Mark Watson would do it.
You're eating the P, are you? Or the L, whatever.
Yeah, what was the point of the 4? Why is it not just 3?
They aren't 3 next to each other, my ones. W, X, Y, and Z.
Well, you've got the A, so you could have had Y, Z, and A, could you?
Is it in a circle now?
It depends on the shape, yeah.
Well, if that's easier for you, Horn, then we can just do a 3-letter grabber.
I don't know if any of this is easy.
And it's in a circle.
3-letter grabber circle for me just makes a bit more sense.
No more people who've got 3 consecutive letters from the alphabet in their name, brackets, circle method.
Well, I'll challenge.
No, I want you to try and get another name with your cookie cutter.
Well, I think you can get your head in Crawley. I've done it before.
You can't.
Oh no.
There you go.
We've all been to Crawley with our heads on.
I've got my head completely in Crawley.
No, that's obviously not what I meant. But if you're putting your head in a bucket,
You went for Bin Laden with your name another.
And that's why, by the way, that's why I couldn't say axe sack, because I was worried about sacks, and I had a sack on my head while I was thinking about it, which is what's amazing.
When you said name another, I said a bin. Well, I didn't say, Brazil.
Oh, you can get your head in Brazil.
But you can't get your head in Brazil. You don't put your head in Brazil. The whole body is in Brazil.
So our problem is whether one's head can be in a place.
I think you could lean your head into Crawley and leave the rest of your body in the neighbouring town.
Yeah, if you were already in Sussex, you could just poke your head past the "Welcome to Crawley" sign. Is what you're saying?
You can get your head in Crawley. Can you get your head in a car?
Yeah.
So can you get your head in a lorry? I'm just wondering how big a thing has to be before you can't get your head in it.
I'm just wondering at what point you're going to stop saying words and start saying towns, because all of these things are like a thing with sort of some kind of at least sides and corners. Crawley's a fucking metropolis.
What if you go to Crawley Town Hall?
Well, let's move really, because you haven't said you haven't. He's not called Zach Crawley Town Hall.
No, I'm just still going bigger, because I think after a while you've got to say your head's in Crawley.
Could you put your head in Africa?
Absolutely.
Are you joking?
Well, your head would be in Africa. I've got a picture of my head in Africa.
Where were you at the time?
I think you've got a very narrow definition of the word in. Would you have your head in the clouds, do you think, to me?
I think that's blinding me with science slightly, because that's a phrase.
Yeah,
but I don't think that the phrase "get your head in Crawley" is ever going to catch on. Certainly not this in the last 5 days of this year.
Not if you've got anything to do with it. Anyway.
So just to confirm, though, you're not going to walk because you don't think you can get your head in Crawley.
With the best will in the war hall, love you to pieces. You can't get Crawley on your head.
Ah, no, I agree with that. But you can get your head in Crawley. What about all the people in Crawley with their heads in it?
Well, what about their bodies? They're also in it. It's not just their heads.
Yeah, but...
When I said bucket, were you two both imagining a really long bucket and my whole body's in it?
So it's got to be something that only the head would fit in, not the rest of the body.
So, yeah, if your head is in something, does that mean your body can't also be in it?
Yeah.
I've just got to make sure what I can say or what I can't say next time.
Well, you just need to make sure that you're not talking about empty vessels.
You're not talking about empty vessels?
Well, yeah, because you can't say things like buckets and bins, but you can say things like Crawley and Argentina.
Okay. But clouds we don't know about.
I think his problem maybe it's to do with Crawley not being an actual object, an object with clearly defined limits in the way that...
No, except there is, because it says welcome to Crawley.
It doesn't say welcome to Crawley, brackets the object.
Somebody below the line will at some point tweet a picture of themselves with just their head poking around the welcome to Crawley sign.
I don't mind you not walking, but I think it's I think Watto has been hard done by. Okay, so it's my go.
Yeah.
Putting the head in this, without doubt, that is.
Yep, without doubt.
But if my whole self was in this sack, would my head be in it?
No.
Right.
It's got to be something just bigger than a head.
Yeah.
Well, I actually think I made that pretty clear earlier.
So my whole self is going in the sack now, and.
Well, I don't think your head is.
But my head is attached. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I sort of wanted to put the sack on anyway.
If you're trying to make an example of your whole body, and then say, "This is my head in now," and your head and your actual torso are not in. I don't think
what half of my torso is, you just can't see. Because the best one in the world, the sack wasn't designed.
Oh yeah, good point. Your head's in the sack. This is the longest time I've worn a hat this nice without anyone saying anything nice about it. But there we are.
Are you wearing it though, or was your hat just? Is your head in
it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh. Lick it. That's the boy.
I wonder if I might have another challenge at Crawley in a minute.
If after all that you got him on some other aspect of Crawley, I'd be delighted.
It's worth thinking about, isn't it? I have to go for another week.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, whoa! What a hat reveal!
Let's see if this daft ape will notice that my hat's just improved. Horn?
What? I haven't thought of anyone.
No, what? And?
And Horn.
And
I'm sorry?
Well,
And I'm sorry for my hat being so ideal.
Is it inside out?
and to be fair, it's not easy because I once had to do that on Taskmaster where you change certain objects and one of them was that they changed you and I didn't spot it. So fair play.
Yeah. I think it'll be Lockie in the end. Go, Lockie, no more people that one of us, or more than one of us, have touched.
How do you spell it?
L-O-K-Y.
Okay, I'm going to go for Bogle,
I don't know what that is.
Or me.
the midwife that Bridget Christie played in my sitcom.
Right.
I'm going to go for no more fictional.
I'd have to challenge.
Okay.
I think you've touched Bogle.
Bogle's a fictional character.
Yeah, but so are you, and you're...
Oh, but do I touch her in that episode?
Would have thought so.
But I don't.
You're not you, Tim Key, in the.
Who do you play in it?
I play a character called Key, Tim Key. It's like based on me. Well, obviously I haven't touched Bogle. I couldn't touch Bogle because I don't exist in that universe.
Any more than you could touch Fred Flintstone, is your point.
Right, yeah.
In the show, Bogle touches him.
Driving you home.
He doesn't touch her.
Oh, touching is only a one-way thing.
Well, as in what is touching?
You must know touching.
Right, so if I touch you, Watto, on the forehead...
Not that big of
a you touch...
Yeah. You're definitely touching. It'd be like when a ball touches another ball.
Touching is...
I don't believe we're arguing over what touching is. But I think that does look to be on the cards.
Not easy now. It's the cookie cutter. Oh no, can't have that.
Wow, this is excellent.
I think I'm going for Ryan Kent.
Played for Liverpool briefly, went on loan to Bristol City.
Yeah, and I know you can't get your head in Kent.
You've deliberately gone for a place as a surname.
No more knees out in a photo. Thinking back, Bogle is one of the most fun names we've had. That hand's quite near that face.
Yeah, but
well, in that case, I'm going to go for Judd Trump. I can't be bothered looking at the cookie cutter game. Judd Trump, no more Europeans.
Well, we'll definitely do a challenge and end it because we can't carry on. So it's Watto doing the work.
Yeah, great. Love that.
And it's whether you can get a picture of Judd Trump's knees.
I mean,
do you have to be that?
I don't think that photo gets down far enough.
You don't think that you don't think those are his knees?
I think they're his thighs.
Why is he so fit?
He's really fit, isn't he? You don't. I mean,
show me his face. Bugger me.
I know it is remarkable. A guy that we're only ever used to seeing in a suit or a waistcoat or something.
He should play in shorts.
Oh, look, Horne. Congratulations, you're my Christmas superstar.
You are my star of Bethlehem for this year, Alex.
Well, thanks, guys. I don't think we had anyone left who was European without their knees being shown and was still alive and not fictional.
There will be lots to chew over around the Christmas table for those who have watched this.
It's going to be a lovely surprise for them at Christmas.
It's going to be a lovely little present.
There will be blood.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll be watching that.
There will be blood. There will be blood.
There will be blood.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. There will be blood.
No, I had someone up my sleeve that I think I can still play. I hate that.